It's time for lesson 6.2. We're continuing with algebraic equations. This time we're going to be dealing with multiplication and division. So your I can statement. I can write algebraic equations to solve multiplication and division word problems. Make sure you get that written down in your math notebook. Stop the video if you need to. Okay, let's take a look at this word problem. In a school gymnasium, 375 students have gathered for an assembly. The students are seated in 15 equal rows. How many students are seated in each row? All right, so what's happening? Okay, so we've got students are sitting for an assembly. If we think about our algebraic expression, okay, we've got 375 total students. They're dividing up into equal rows of 15. So we know that 375 is going to be 15 rows, but we don't know how many students are going to be in each row. So we've got S for students. That's the part that we don't know. Now, we can relate this to a rectangle model, kind of like thinking of length times width equals area. So factor times factor equals a product. This is a multiplication problem. Length times width equals area. So which number represents the product? Well, it's going to be 375. That's our grand total. What does the number 15 represent? You are correct if you thought a factor. So what we have here is the product in the inside. 15 times an unknown number of students is going to give us 375. So to solve this, what we could do is start with the 375, divide by 15, and we can get our missing number. Okay? So technically, we are using division, even though our equation is set up as multiplication. So if we were to solve 375 divided by 15 and work it all out as we know, I'm just going to quickly skip to the answer, and it's going to be 25 students. Okay, notice I have included the unit in my answer. Let's look at another one. A floor shaped like a rectangle has a width of 9.5 feet and an area of 114 square feet. What is the length of the floor? So we know the width and we know the area, but not the length. So let's think about our algebraic expression. So 9.5 times something in feet is going to give us a total of 114. Now, I don't know if you remember, but in the problem before this, I actually started with the product and then I had an equal sign. It doesn't matter which way you do it. It's okay. So let's look at our model. Remember, factor times factor equals product. So in this instance, our product would be what? 114. One of our factors is 9.5. So our product factor times factor, or product divided by factor, will give us the remaining one. Okay, so when we're missing a factor, we know that we're going to need to use division. So we're going to take 114 divided by 9.5. I'm going to quickly solve that for us, and it equals 12. Now remember, you can check your work by multiplication. So if we were to take the 9.5 times the 12 that we just got, we would multiply it out, and you would see that we get 114. Again, I reported my answer with the unit label. Okay, last one. A pastry chef divided a half-pound block of cream cheese into 4 identical pieces. So I've got a half-pound block. I'm splitting it up 4 ways. Those are going to be really small pieces, aren't they? What is the weight of each piece? So the total amount of green cheese or cream cheese is a ½ pound. We don't know the weight, but we know that if we multiply the weight of one piece by 4, the result should be a half. So again, something times 4 is going to give us a half, or a half divided by 4 is going to give us that missing product, which will be in pounds. That's why I've used a P. So our algebraic expression would be P times 4 equals a half. We're going to actually solve it by dividing. A half divided by 4. Okay, half divided by 4. So I'm going to use that keep, change, flip. So I keep the half, change division to multiplication. 4 is the same as 4 divided by 1, or 4 over 1. So if we flip that, it's going to be 1/4. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 4 is 8. So each of those pieces is going to be 1/8 of a pound. So here are your practice problems. You're going to write an algebraic equation and solve it. Remember to include the unit. Are you dealing with pounds? Here you're being asked how many orders would the business expect to receive. So you're looking for orders. On this one, if you're looking for profit, that's the money that's earned. So your answer is going to be in dollars and cents. I do want to give you a hint here. On this one, you're going to have to use parentheses for this problem. So think about that and do your best. I will see you soon. One more thing. Come prepared to discuss this. How do you know what unit to include with the answer to your problems? All right, I will see you soon.